All right, so put the ear pods away. They're not working. What I came on here to tell you about, what I came on here to do was some gel printing with some grungy stuff. But, you know, it's still the season, and I'm still talking about things. So in the description box, I put a few things for you. One is this Boone rack. I'd seen these before, and I've seen a number of different people use them. And what I'm going to use it for are for my stencils, like when I'm washing stencils and I want to dry them. I can just put them right in this rack, and they can drip dry in here. I can pull this thing out and clean it out. And they make these things for baby bottles and stuff. But what I'm showing you are things that you can get like from Amazon for $15 to $20. So they're not terribly expensive, but I think they're helpful in your craft space. So yeah, this will be great for using with my stencils. All right, so I wasted a whole bunch of time messing around. The next thing is this roll. This is a nice leather case that you can put all of your pens and pencils and tools, like if I want to put a craft knife or a pick or a pencil or all of it. And then, you know, it rolls up like this, and it's great for travel. And it's all leather. I like that it's all leather, you know, because it's got the nice feel, it's got the nice smell, it's sewn nicely, it's put together nicely, and I like leather. Next up is this little set. This is a watercolor brush travel set. It's got 3 different sizes in it. And you can see what they look like. They unscrew here. So I like a nice big brush when I'm gonna yeah, it screws on. So you're not gonna lose the end of that. It screws right on there. And this is a Fumui size 12. And of course the lid screws right back in the other way. That's a 12. This one is an 8. Nice size. And this one, I guess I have to unscrew it to see it. This one is a 4, more for detail work. And I wonder if I could even fit another one in here. Let me put these in the case. I think I could. Yeah, I think I could fit. So like if I've got, do with it. I had another travel brush here somewhere. Here's a little Van Gogh that I can also fit in there. Well, anyway, you guys get the idea. And this is one of those from Jane Davenport that you just pull out like this to get a brush. And actually can fit all of that in this case, I think. Yeah, I can. And that can be my little travel case with my watercolor brushes. Hey, hi Minka, you're in. I tell you, it's been a morning. So that's kind of cool. And I did put the stuff in the box. But the other thing is I just got a new affiliate. And I want to play with these today. You know, I've got my affiliate links. And if you shop with my affiliate links, sometimes you get a discount. Well, one of my new affiliates is Joggles. And I have these stencils from Elizabeth St. Hilaire. I don't know if you guys know her, but she does fabulous, fabulous stencils for the gel plate. So you can see what these designs are like. And I love the organic floral looks. So these really excited me. But these are by Elizabeth, and they're from Joggles. So I want to get some of these dirty. I want to get some of these dirty today. So I want to make some grungy prints. And lunchtime, yes. You told me it was good time, lunchtime, right? So I've got a palette paper here. I'm going to struggle with these lights because they're on my desk. But I guess that's just the way it's going to be. And I want to grab a plate or two. I don't think I'm going to use my great big one today. I think I'll just get some gel press. Let's see. These are the gel press ones from Ranger. So I think I'll take the smaller one from that group, which is like half. This is great for, it fits the journal from Ranger. So I'm going to get that one out. I need one that kind of acts as a palette. And I guess if I'm going to use that for a palette, I probably don't need palette paper. I can just use a gel plate. And then I'm also going to get my gel press. Come on, open up. All right, that should be enough. I've got another one in reserve here if I need it. Let's see, am I in frame? Pretty much. Probably should have that paper underneath it in case I have an overflow. Let's try to do that a little bit here. There goes that light again. And this is not squared up either. Good grief. Okay. So I've got some Deco Art Curb Appeal. This is really grungy. Nice gray, right? And I probably need something to protect my hands. So I'm going to grab some Art Guard. So later on today, I'm doing a video hop with my artsy Second Sunday group. So if you want to see what they've been doing, look for that. I think it starts at like 9 o'clock Pacific with yeah, well, this is a lifetime collection, you know. I've been collecting for a lot of years. Probably not as old as I am yet. And I started this, you know, we were laughing the other day because Shell was asking me about something and Tim Holtz came up and I said, well, he's not as young as you think. And she said, well, he's 40, right? And I'm saying, no, I think he turned 51 this year. Yeah, been around for a while. But I knew him when, because, you know, I started taking classes with him way back. Way back. Okay, I need a brayer. I want a little bit larger one. So where's my... Here we go. I got a 3-incher here. Maybe, if I can get it out of there. Good heavens. All right. So I'm just getting the first layer down. And I'm going to put a stencil down before too long, but I need to get the paper I'm going to print on. So I'm going to start with some of this craft paper. This is the Tone Tan Parchment. And I'm just, because I'm wanting grungy prints. You know, it's all about grunge this month, right? So I'm just going to pick some of that up and remove a bit of the paint and get it kind of splotchy. And then I want to add a layer of this Josonia. What color is this? Raindrop. It's already got kind of a grayed down green tone to it. Like that. I'm just cleaning off the excess over here on this other. And I'm going to grab one of those stencils from Elizabeth St. Hilaire. And I'm going to do the second layer on this print with the green. And you can see it's not perfect. I don't want perfect. There's a lot of stuff still left on here. So I'm going to come back and grab a little bit more of that. Maybe some more of this paint over here. Grunge this piece up a bit. So now I've got my second layer on here. I want to dry that because I want to print some more. You're going to have to move houses? Yeah, well, my problem is I like so many different things, and I keep changing my mind about what I want to do. So I've collected a lot of different crafts over the years. Some of the ones that I was doing as I aged, I decided were not really my bailiwick. So I gave them up. Like I gave up basket weaving. So I got rid of all of the reed and all that stuff for making baskets. I got rid of, I was making lampwork beads, and I decided that with my old eyes and sitting there with a mandrel in a flame, staring at this little tiny flame to make the beads was not for me. So I gave that up. Okay, so now I've got graphite. We want grungy, right? So I'm going to, and this is going to act kind of as a resist on here. So I'm just sprinkling down some graphite. And this time, I think I want this color, which is another Josonia, and this one is blackberry. So yes, that stuff can overtake our lives, but I just keep adjusting. I mean, I go through my studio about once a year, honestly, trying to figure out what am I using, what am I not using. And the things I'm not using, go find another home. Honestly, it's the best. Okay, nice and grungy. Let's see if I can pick up that little bit right there I like. Oh yeah. Hey Debbie, how are you? I'm just playing around here a little bit today. I had some time this morning. We're going to do a hop this afternoon with some of my friends from the artist community. And so they start on Pacific time. Well, you know me, I'm on Midwest time. You guys are over there across the pond and you're on another time. So, yeah, I've got the green from the plate here. So I'm going to print some of that off on some black tissue. If I can get the black tissue off of the stencil, because it's very, very sticky. Okay, so there's that and that. And I just need a plain old piece of copy here, because I got cleanup to do. Okay. So I don't know, there's 10 or 15 different artists doing this one. I don't know who all's in it, because it changes about every month. And it'll be fun, because it's more about painting and stuff. I think I did a snowman for this one. Then I've got another collab coming out on Tuesday with another group. Okay, this tissue is really delicate. and it's sticking to itself. There we go. Those will make nice pieces. I've got a drying rack. I've got one of those portable ones from like IKEA that I set up over there. So now I've got this. I don't know, do I want to print it on here? I think I'm going to print it on a different piece. Let's go for a black this time. Yeah, the black. Absolutely. This is just some black text weight paper. But when that, you and your doodles, that would be really fun for you to doodle over, right? Yeah, so see, nice and grungy. Gotta love that. Now I've got this, and I want to add some more of that graphite as a resist in some areas. And this time, I've got this chalk paint in a blue. I was actually looking for something more. Don't think I want a blue. I think I want to, let's just do a pickup with this buttermilk. That should make a nice, because I've got enough layers on there now. It should make a nice print. So let me clean up some of that and get a paper to pull that with. I'm going back to the tan, I think, on this one. And let's pull that. Yeah, do that. I was showing these stencils that I gotten off of Joggles, and Elizabeth St. Hilaire. I love her designs because they're bold. Okay, this is a nice grungy print. There we go. Isn't that great? Gotta love that. Still got this, and I want to pull some more. So I just want a light coat, very light coat. Of paint here. Let's see if I can moisten that enough to get, and this is not turning. That's what happens when they get full of paint. All right, so let's see if we got anything off of here. Yeah, nice grungy piece. There's another nice grungy piece. And I'm going to go back to this one. Nope. I'm going to go to this one. It should resist, should still resist. So I'm just going to take a light print. Oh, yeah. Very cool. And then I'm going to go to this one. I make grunge look easy. Grunge is easy. One of the things that I do, talking about grunge being easy, is I start with the right kind of colors. I start with grayed down or muted tones. And that's all about color, right? So you can see what I'm talking about here. It makes a difference. You can see how all of these are going to work together pretty well. I do want another couple black with some lighter stuff in it. So I'm going to set these aside to dry. I think I like the layers on these. And start with some fresher pieces and some new stencils. I like this one. So let's get some of that gray to start with, just like we did before. Start with this Curb Appeal gray chalk paint. That's for the Deco Art Curb Appeal. And I got way too much paint, so I got to clean that off. Okay. Let's rear that out a bit. And all those grungy bits are still left on the plate from our previous printing, which is fine. Okay, so now that I've got that much, and I do like these two little pieces that I made, so I'm going to set them aside so I don't dirty them up. I'm going to take this stencil and some graphite to act as resist. And this time I'm going to use what kind of a yellow, but maybe I've got this olive. Olive is a nice grungy color, right? And a little bit of the buttermilk, just a little. That should work. So you see I'm already into the grunge bit because of the colors I'm picking. So let's get that down on the plate. Gonna pick up some of this cleanup stuff. And I'm going to take just a couple pieces and pull a little bit of that out. Not a lot, just, pulling up some stuff like this. Okay. All right. How are we doing under here? Okay, so now this, I typically would like this to dry down a little bit more, but I'm not wanting to spend a lot of time on this today. So I'm going to get this blackberry or whatever it was. I can't remember. Is it blackberry? Yeah, blackberry. put some of that down. So I just cleaned off my brayer, got this going on. And now I've got all of this. That I can print onto this plate a little bit. And I will grab a piece of paper, pull some of that off of my secondary plate. Like that. Right? Then I will want to pick up some more of that. So I'm going to add some more paint to that secondary plate. And you can see that this green is a very grayed out green to start with. Why do I do what? Clean off my stuff on the secondary plate? Just because I can get another print out of that paint and it's not wasted. See? I've got this and I've got this, and that's just from the leftovers. Then I've also got this I want to dry down a little bit. So I'm going to take some of these cleanup papers and I'm going to pull just a little bit of that up because it's very wet, and I've got papers here that can pull some of the wetness off with. Because I'm going to want to come back and pull the print that I'm layering up on here. So these are things that I've done just with the secondary paint, but I get some really cool grungy prints out of using those paints that way. So I've still got these other two. So let me pull just a little bit more on this one. And you see I'm looking at it and I'm seeing where it's still wet. I want to pull some of that moisture up because I want it to be fairly dry when I put my final coat on there. So that's all I'm doing is kind of a dry down. Okay. Yeah, the little papers, because they're all going to be collage. You know, it's all going to I'm making grungy papers for collage. This is not just one big background. This is stuff that's going to be torn up and used in my collage papers. Okay, I am ready. I want both I think a tone tan and maybe a black piece of paper for this. And yes, I do use a lot of these small pieces just for cleanup because they're easy for me to manipulate. All right, I'm going to go back to this, what is that? I call that buttermilk. And I've got a few other things here. Do I want to use any of it? I don't know. It's too yellow. That's too pinky. I'm getting fussy now. This one is a pale gold. Okay, let's add a little gold. Why not? Sorry for the squeak. This got kind of thick down in here. But the rest of that's nice and grungy. Okay, so once again, I've got this stuff over here on this plate. I'm going to put a small piece of paper down, pull some of that, clean off my brayer. I'm going to get a piece of the tone tan, put that down, pull my first print. I'm not doing a whole lot of pressing because I want it grungy, and I just want to pull the top surface. Okay, so you can see I just pulled the top surface, and I have this lovely grunge print. Now I've still got all of this. So I'm going to come back with a little bit of that green tone. Come on, get out of there. Okay, a little bit of that green tone, a little more of the graphite. And because the graphite's going to act more as a resist and make all those grungy little pieces. What did I do with that gold? I don't know. I don't know what I did with that. Let's add just a little bit of that. It's kind of thick, but I'm going to try it anyway. Get my sweater out of the way. It actually got above 0 here yesterday, so I might be able to take my sweater off today. See, now this is not wanting to roll very well. It's sliding on the paint. I need a different brayer. I'm not happy with that. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, so now I've got that black piece. I'm going to put that down. Make sure I get good contact with this one because I want to pull quite a bit. So I'm rubbing it. Get my secondary grungy plate pull, which is this and this. Make sure that I'm getting good contact. You like the clean offs? Yeah, I do too. They're great collage pieces, and that's why I'm saying don't waste any of your paint. Have a secondary plate going, and just work back and forth, because all of this paint can be utilized, and you're not wasting a thing. Okay, let's see if I can pick this up. Still feels very wet. See, that just looks like peeled paint, right? Very cool. Now this is ready for a stencil. So I'm going to grab another one of Elizabeth's stencils. Which one do I want? I think I want this one. Like that. I'm going to take, I've got this, I don't know if I can spray this or not. This is a Deco Media, which is an acrylic spray. Oh, and it's spraying. Yay. So I'm going to use that and add some more of this green. Can you tell I love this shade of green? It's really pretty. Celadon, right? That's what I like to call it, Celadon green. And it's mixing lovely with the blue tones. I'm going to take some more black tissue because it's out here. Why not? And I'm just going to do a light pickup if I can get them separated. Do a light pickup off of the stencil like that. Got a little bit right there. I want to get, okay. You think it is, huh? Okay. I love the colors. All right. So there's a couple of these I really like, but I think I'm going to just keep printing because I don't think I want to alter those ones that I have because they're valuable. You know, they've got stuff on them that will be good for collage. So I'm just going to do a light print onto the black and pull that through the stencil. I've got all of this. And I'm just going to lay that down and sandwich. So now that gives a really fine line detail in there. Like that. Then I'm going to go back to this and I want to pick up portions lightly like we did before, just to help dry it down a little bit. And then we want to print And I want to mix a little of the blackberry with a little of the gray and a little of the buttermilk for pickup. Making a nice grungy mix. Now this is really wet, which means I've got some to put off on this other plate as I pull it back. But you can see I love that mixture on the plate. Let's pull a little bit of this to see what we've got. Yeah, that's a lovely tone. And a piece of paper. I think I will take this other stencil, put it on this one, and pull some of that on this other piece. This is just some painter paper. Just going to clean off my stencil a little bit here. Yeah, that black tissue is pretty cool. The black text weight paper is also very cool. Here's our really grungy paper. And I've still got a lot of good stuff there, so let's do a cleanup. Yeah, okay. There's my stencil. Let's go back to this one. Pull some of that out through the stencil. It's kind of busy, but it's okay. I like it. Get my extra papers. Pull some more of that out through there. And See if I can pull that on top of this one. This is still very wet. We'll see what we get. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Gotta like that. So let me show you, see if some of this is dried down a little bit. Some of these are going to require more layering, I think. Just to make them the way I like them. Because you know, when you first start, you don't get the prints that you want. So let me just pull these over here. You can do a lot in a short period of time. So let me put these two that are very wet over to the side to dry. Of course, we have our black tissue, which is always fun. And then these are those little cleanup papers, nice and grungy. You can see how the colors that I picked are dulled down to start with. I'm not starting with those really bright colors. I'm using the gray tones. And that's key for me when I want to get this grunge mix. Okay, then, now this, I like this. It's okay. I'm thinking I might want to put another layer or something over this. I'll set it aside and look at it. Same thing with this one. I like this, but I might want to add another layer. This one I'm very happy with, just the way it is. I like it. This one I like just because it looks like the peeled paint. And so, and you can see the gold tones in there, but that green and the colors just went together well. This one is great for collage because, you know, I can tear all of this up and use the portions from this that I want. So that's going to be great. That's also a great print. It's got a lot of texture going on. This one I think could use another layer. This one I absolutely love because of the fine detail line in it. It's got this scribble scratch thing going on. And that one I'm happy with. So yeah, that's about it for me this morning. I'm going to go feed my husband some breakfast and then get ready for the hop because it's a premiere. It'll be 9:30, I think, Pacific. And that starts with, I love to paint Ayala art and goes through everybody. Shell and I do this once a month, I think. So you guys have any questions about this stuff? Yeah. What are you doing today? Tell me what you got going on. Are you making art? I got my daily art practice in this morning, so I might want to, I've got a couple of classes I want to get caught up on. I've got some work I need to do for a class, and I've got some work I need to do on a project for my web page, you know, because I keep trying to make that better too. Thanks, Debbie. It's so nice to have you guys here with me while I was doing my morning play. Anyway, that's kind of it from me, and I will be signing off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's doing it's her birthday month, I think, and she usually does something. She's been off for a while. I haven't seen her on for a while. Anyway, have fun with that, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great Sunday or Monday, wherever you are in the world, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.